I found the best methods to get gems inside of Toilet Tower Defense. Currently in the last update, they introduced this new currency called gems. And the only way you could obtain it was through buying them with Robux, which could be used to buy this exclusive spider crate, which has a really rare unit called the Spider TV. This unit is absolutely insane. It is really good. But to obviously get that, you're gonna need a bunch of gems. And as you guys can see in my inventory, I actually have a lot of these exclusive spider crates. But I wanted to show you guys how you could obtain gems without spending any Robux on this game, as well as how you can get a lot of it. Currently, the only way to obtain gems without buying them with Robux is through trading. Now, you can do this inside of the trading plaza, but I will say this is a lot easier after what I'm about to show you guys. But firstly, if I was to go ahead and trade someone, and as you guys can see, they can put in gems. So if I want to put 100 gems, I could put that if I actually had it. And people in here actually carry gems on them. So there's a lot of people that you can trade for their gems. But now, how do you even get the stuff that you need? Because everybody in here is looking for units that cost plenty of gems. But the only way to get those units is through the lobby right here, in which you can actually summon for them like every other unit. But to be able to summon, you're going to need a lot of coins, and with a lot of coins, in that case, you can then go ahead and summon and then trade them for a lot of gems. Now, how do you really make a lot of coins, right? There's actually a lot of ways to make a lot of coins. I did make a specific video on that, but I am going to show you guys from scratch how I do it. Since some things have changed, and I do have this brand new camera spider right here. Now, I will say you do not need this. The only unit you would probably actually need is the laser cameraman car, and maybe one of these scientist cameramans, so that you can make some money. Yeah, as you can see, I have one, but you do not need any type of mythic. And whenever you have grinded far enough to obtain your laser man or laser cameraman car or your spider thing, you want to actually go ahead and start a cameraman HQ match. This is completely possible even if you're a solo player. You do not need anyone as long as you have one of those things. But what you basically want to do is instantly turn on auto skip. And you guys might say this is a very complicated process, and to be honest, it is not at all. But there we go. Now that we have enough money, let's go place our camera spider down. And this is honestly gonna deal with all of these toilets for a little bit of time. But overall, you might find this process tedious, but it really is not. It's actually really easy to do. It's just a lot of steps that you kind of have to do. But they're all really easy. And I would say you can earn around 2k gems if you are constantly grinding every day. And yeah, it is pretty good to earn 2k gems every day. You can even earn a lot more if you do actually decide to trade units for other units. But that is something if you prefer to do that. But now I'm going to go and turn off auto skip since I don't want to instantly die. And what this is basically going to do is let us obtain some money, because we need some money to upgrade this guy right here. But while we wait to get that money, let's go and place another one of them down so that we can do a little bit more damage, and the process is just generally faster. And I've literally only placed 2 units, both level 1, and they're kind of soloing this entire map, which is pretty good. And this is what you're basically just going to go ahead and keep doing to earn coins. Now, there is some waves where it does get kind of hard, and I'm going to show you guys how to beat all of them. But if you really have the best unit, aka the Spider TV, you should do the same thing that I am doing right here on the other map, aka the best map, the Toilet HQ. But if you do not, I really do not recommend anybody does that map, because one, it takes a very long time, and there is a very good chance that you're not gonna win. But right here, we're going to be able to get another upgrade. So there we go. Our first upgrade on these bad boys. And they're handling these units really well. I mean, it is very easy for them to kill it. And it is no problem as of right now. I am also going to go ahead place down a couple scientist cameramans in order to, one, block any unit that tries to stun my camera spiders. So yeah, those are now safe, and you can basically just go ahead keep skipping the waves since there's plenty of waves, but it is really easy to get through them. Now, there's a lot of fast things coming through here like the assassin toilet, but it's instantly going to die, so it's not really a worry to worry about. If I go ahead and skip, though, there we go. We can get the upgrade on this guy as well. So now we're even more indestructible, bro. But at wave 10, the first couple bosses come in through, which is the boss toilet as well as another boss toilet. This is where you want to make sure your auto skip is off because you're going to need it to be off if you want to defeat this wave. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit risky and hope that these guys come a little bit faster than the boss toilets so that we can gain some money before they get here. Okay, yeah, they are not making it here before the boss toilets. Oh my god, that might have been a mistake, but we should still be fine. I mean, one of our guys is already about to defeat one, and then there is a second one to defeat. But I can go ahead and place down a third camera spider and soon enough upgrade this guy if we get a little bit more money. There we go. Oh my god, it is finally upgraded. Now, the boss toilet is very likely that it is gonna get past and you may not kill it, but that is perfectly fine. Although it says you only have 500 HP, this guy does a lot less health than that, so it's nothing to worry about, and it's just gonna go ahead and do some damage to our tower, but it is completely fine. And this whole process that I'm showing you guys here, you want to repeat it a couple of times to where you have enough money. And if you have the Robux, which is pretty cheap, I do definitely recommend getting the Lucky as well as the Double Coins Game Pass. This is gonna help you so much. Like, it's gonna make your life way easier. But as you can see, the toilet went through and we are still alive with 150 health. But that does also mean we can't take damage anymore. There we go. We have enough money to now upgrade this guy to level 3, in which he gets his second circle. This second circle is actually very important because it's kind of going to let us do a lot more damage, as well as the entire radius or walk range is much bigger. You can still do this with the speaker spider, but I am using this camera spider since I think it's a little bit better. But I will say what I do like about the camera spider more is that it is AoE, so it basically gets everything in its path instead of just one thing like the camera spiders. But I think at a certain upgrade, the camera spiders actually also get the AoE thing. And luckily, somehow, these guys actually damage the large glass toilets. I thought they wouldn't, since obviously in the skipping toilet, the rays or the lasers do not. But I guess they do in this, so I am not going to complain. But let's go ahead and upgrade this guy as well to that extra range. And we should be able to turn back on auto skip. Or actually, no, you probably want it off since there's a lot of bosses here. But everything that is right here is instantly gonna die. There's a lot of stuff coming our way, but we should be fine and we should be able to handle all of it. And these guys are very easy to kill. It's only the bosses that are semi-hard at first. These bosses come, I believe, every 5 levels, so that is just a warning that you guys should know of if you do plan on grinding. Luckily, though, we should be able to defeat the majority of these guys. It might be a little bit hard because I did actually skip another wave, and now there's a vacuum toilet, but we are doing plenty of damage to these guys. Okay, a slight problem. A lot of these guys got through, so I need to be able to make the money fast enough before we lose the round, bro. Okay, we lost the match, but you actually still gain money, and it doesn't really matter if you lose or not, because the point that I was trying to get at is that either way, regardless of if you lose or not, you gain a bunch of money. Something you can actually also do, which I really recommend for one, the camera HQ as well as the toilet HQ, is simply to just start the map. You're probably wondering, how am I even going to beat this map? And to be honest, I'm not. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and instantly turn on auto skip and basically let the match play on. You can place down something to make it a little bit longer if you want to, but do not actually try to beat the game. Like, I can go ahead and place this camera spider, which is going to do plenty of damage to these guys, and I'm probably going to be fine for a little while. Longer than I was supposed to be, at least. But the point is, even though you are doing this, you're still going to gain a bunch of money by winning. Or, I mean, by losing, because either way, you're going to lose. And even whenever you lose, the amount of waves that you get through to give you a certain amount of money. So the higher the wave, the more you receive. And the only goal that I have right now is to get as high of a wave possible without winning the game. Because if I was to win the game, it would take a very long time. And you can actually earn, I think, as much, if not more, doing this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let these two guys stay here while keeping on my auto skip to get as much money as I can. Okay, now some stuff is getting passed, which is perfectly okay. I mean, it is not going to be a problem. But if you place down a couple units, you will definitely slow down, like, the losing pace by a lot, which means you get to do a few more waves before you lose. But my camera spiders do not stand a chance against all of this stuff that's coming through, which is kind of meant to be like that. And they are all currently coming through right now. Also, I will say that I think this might be a better strat if you are doing it on the cameraman HQ. I do not really prefer on the toilet HQ because the path that the toilets have is a lot shorter than the one in camera HQ. And the longer the path, obviously, the more waves you're going to be able to do. But right here, whenever these guys get through, we are going to lose the match. Now, we're not going to instantly die to this just one DJ toilet. But whenever these come through, we should lose. And boom, there we go. We have lost. And as you guys can see, I gained 120. That only took me 3 minutes. For me to beat the cameraman HQ in full and only get around like 800 coins, it will take me 20 minutes. But if you were to do it while instantly just losing, you will be able to basically do 6 times of the 3 minutes within 20 minutes. Which, if you're getting like 120 each, you will gain literally 800, right like I said. So the rate still works the same, except you have to do a lot less effort. And you can actually kind of AFK it if you manage to somehow set up a macro. So it's very good in earning coins, in which then you can actually go ahead and spend on the summon crates. And currently, this is the most used value list right here. As you guys can see, the best thing that you could probably go for, like the best mythic, is going to be the upgraded Titan cameraman. It is simply worth the most amount of gems, and it has the same chances as every other mythical. So this guy that's currently in the store is something that you want to go for because it's going to be very profitable. Each one of them sells for around 1,000 gems, and even if you don't get 1,000, which I think 1,000 is a little too much for a mythic, you could probably still get one for around, like, I don't know, like if you were to like sell it for like 800, you would still be making so much profit. And oh my god, bro, what is this toilet? I have also heard, though, that they are adding a lot more ways to obtain this currency. And one of the ways that you will be able to obtain this new currency is by quests, which haven't been added into the game yet, but it probably will very soon. And I forgot to obviously mention, you can go ahead and also use boost. I mean, you get a free boost every time you stay in the game, I think, at every update. Same with inside of the AFK farm. You can gain some coins coins in here, but I do not think you gain that much. I mean, what are the rates? Okay, you get like 3 coins, bro, per minute. So yeah, this is definitely not worth it. I really don't see why you would even want to AFK that, but you can if you are very, very lazy. But after you have managed to get a bunch of units, even could be like a mythics or even legendaries, bro. People still buy legendaries. All of the units that you can get are going to be useful. You want to go to the trading plaza because this is where you're going to make bank. Right here, there is a bunch of people that you can trade. Exactly 100 people. And you can go ahead and open the leaderboard and, okay, never mind. This server has like no gems, bro. Hold on, let's try to get in a different server if we can. Okay, here in this server, some people have coins, such as this Aiden person. And although he doesn't have any gems, you could literally trade, like, I don't know, a legendary to this guy for his amount of gems. And it will still probably be a big win because at a certain point, these legendaries aren't gonna be so good the more they release units. And plus, I mean, you can get them at any point. I myself have a ton of stuff that I have literally grinded coins for, and I will say, like, this whole inventory that I have right here, I did spend a bunch of Robux. I will say, if you exclude the exclusive crates, I really haven't spent much, and in total, I will say that my inventory is worth around probably like, I don't know, it probably took me like 2 or 3 days to get this inventory. And that's if you exclude like the exclusive crates and all of this exclusive stuff that I did buy with Robux. So I will probably have to say that this is the best way to you can get it. I mean, they also have a Discord server as well as my own Discord server, which you guys can trade in. And those will get you a bunch of gems as well. I actually prefer Discord because you can trade with a lot more people. If the spider cameraman thing trick does not work for you, I mean, you can also do it with the speaker spiders. I mean, I don't know how I lost the previous one, but let me go ahead and show you guys what was meant to happen. The intention of this was to just place down one of these speaker spiders. Now, honestly, I would say I prefer the speaker spiders more simply because they do more for you and they're also cheaper to place. You don't have to skip a wave to place one of these. And as you guys can see, this guy has an AoE, which means anything that goes inside of that triangle will get hit. And it literally pretty much does like the same amount of stats at the start of the game. It does a little bit of damage, but the cooldown is faster. So overall, I would say it is better. And you can actually go ahead and place a bunch of these guys down. And what I like to do is actually target it to the last, because if you target it to the last, it will constantly keep looking at one direction instead of turning back. As you guys can see, this guy is looking one way because he is set to last, while this other guy just keeps turning back. Now we gotta just upgrade them. As you can see, everything is getting hit by the AoE, making it really easy for these guys to get picks. Also, let me know if you guys know anything better that you can do. Comment them down below, and I will definitely be looking at the comments, because I'm curious on how you guys grind, if you do it different and if you know a better way. But after literally like 3 days of me studying this update, this is like the only way to do it. Now that we have enough, we can go ahead and upgrade this guy where his range, radius, as well as damage all get increased. At this point, it's basically like the previous unit, except it's not so expensive. Here at wave 10, we can almost buy level 3 of one of these guys. The boss toilet shouldn't be a problem now like last time, since these guys do AoE and will be able to actually attack it all at once. Or at least that's how I hope they do it. I do need a little bit more money though, so that I can actually upgrade these guys. So after these waves, I'm probably going to go ahead and place down one of these scientist cameramans. But I do have to go ahead and skip this wave so that we can earn a little bit more money, bro, because I still can't upgrade it. Oh my gosh. But as you can see, both of them are equally doing damage, and I do want to go ahead and get an upgrade here as soon as I can, I think, because I'm going to need it to be able to actually kill one of these guys. And okay, bro, the range didn't even upgrade. But you guys get the point. I mean, I kind of suck at this game, so I'm pretty bad. But, yeah, there is a lot of ways you can still do it, even though that you can only buy it with Robux. And trading right now seems to be the best method of gaining gems. And I don't really recommend you guys buy the spider crates because one, is a very low chance that you'll get anything good. And they're probably going to release more stuff soon. So what even is the point of getting them? But if you enjoyed this video, watch the video on the screen. It's one of my best videos yet, and I promise you will enjoy it. Goodbye.